Hello everyone, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel Educational Support. Welcome back in your biology class Anatomy and Physiology of Digestive System Part 3. I am Nowsin Are Banu. I wish this video will really help you in your studies. So friends, please like, comment, subscribe and press bell icon to get next video. We know that digestive system consists of two major parts, major organs and accessory organs. Major organs are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. And the accessory organs are teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder and pancreas. Last day I was discussed about anatomy and physiology of digestive system, especially major organs that are pharynx, esophagus and stomach. But today I like to talk about major organs that are small intestine and large intestine. So first is small intestine. Where is the small intestine present? It is a muscular tube extending from pyloric sphincter to the ileocecal valve. So what is ileocecal valve? The ileum meets the large intestine at the ileocecal valve which joins the large and small intestine. Small intestine is the body's major digestive organ and it is the site of nutrient absorption into the blood. Now chyme is in the small intestine. 90% of absorption occurs here because it is the longest section of the alimentary tube. Next, I will going to discuss about subdivisions of the small intestine. The small intestine has three subdivisions that are duodenum, jejunum and ileum, which contribute 5%, nearly 40% and almost 60% of the small intestine respectively. Next is duodenum. The tube that runs from the stomach to the small intestine is called duodenum. The first part of the small intestine is the duodenum, that is U-shaped. The jejunum. The jejunum is where the majority of absorption takes place and attached anteriorly to the duodenum. The last part of the small intestine is the ileum. It is responsible for pushing the waste materials into the large intestine. Next, I will going to discuss about villi of the small intestine. So what is villi? Villi are finger-like projections of the mucosa that give it a velvety appearance and feel much like the soft nap of a towel, and it gives the small intestine more surface area. This is the picture of intestinal villi. Microvilli of the small intestine. So what are the microvilli? Microvilli are the tiny projections of the plasma membrane of the mucosa cells that give the cell surface a frizzy appearance, sometimes referred to as the brass border. The plasma membranes bear enzymes, that is brass border enzymes, that complete the digestion of proteins and carbohydrates in the small intestine. Next is folds of the small intestine are circular folds and the Peyer's patches. Circular folds are deep folds of both mucosa and submucosa layer. They don't disappear when food fills the small intestine. and the Pierce patches, collections of lymphatic tissues, that is Pierce patches found in the submucosa layer, increased in number towards the end of the small intestine. Next, I will going to discuss about digestion in the small intestine. So first is number 1 is digestion of protein. Enzymes like trypsin and chymotrypsin secreted by the pancreas act on proteins, peptides and amino acids. So what is trypsin? Trypsin is a polypeptide. It contains 229 amino acid. It is secreted as inactive trypsinogen, which is converted into active trypsin by enterokinase, and it is secreted by the brass border cells of duodenal mucous membrane. So what is the actions of trypsin? Trypsin accelerates blood clotting. Next is chymotrypsin. Chymotrypsin converts protein into polypeptides and it digests caseinosen faster than trypsin. Number 2 is digestion of lipids. So enzymes like lipase secreted from the pancreas act on fats and lipids in diet. So what is pancreatic lipase? Pancreatic lipase is a powerful lipolytic enzyme. It digests triglycerides into monoglycerides and fatty acids. Next is digestion of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broken down to simple sugars and monosaccharides like glucose. So pancreatic amylase breaks down some carbohydrates to oligosaccharides as well. So what is pancreatic amylase? Pancreatic amylase is the amylotic enzyme which is present in pancreatic juice, and pancreatic amylase converts starch into dextrin and maltose. Next is absorption in the small intestine. So absorption of water and of the end products of digestion occurs all along the length of the small intestine, are absorbed through the intestinal cell plasma membrane by the process of active transport, and lipids and fats are absorbed passively by the process of diffusion. Next, I will going to discuss about large intestine. Large intestine is much larger in diameter than the small intestine, but shorter in length, and it is about 1.5 meter long. So what is the function of large intestine? Its major functions are to dry out indigestible food residues by absorbing water and to eliminate these residues from the body as feces. Next is structures of the large intestine. The large intestine has the following subdivisions: cecum, appendix, colon, rectum and anal canal. Cecum. Cecum is the sac-like structure and is the first part of the large intestine. Next is appendix. Appendix is a finger-like projections, bind-ended tube connected to the cecum from which it develops into the embryo. Next is colon. Colon is the distal part of the gastrointestinal tract extending from cecum to the anal canal. And colon is divided into 4 segments: ascending, transverse, descending and sigmoid. So what is ascending colon? Ascending colon is the part of the colon located between the cecum and the transverse colon. Transverse colon extends from the right colic flexure to the spleen, where it turns another 90 degree to point inferiorly. This turn called left colic flexure. Descending colon extends from the splenic flexure to the beginning of the sigmoid colon, and the sigmoid colon is the part is closer to the rectum and anus. So this is the picture of colon. Next is rectum. Rectum is the final straight portion of large intestine in human, and it is about 12 cm in long. An anal canal, it ends at the anus, which opens the exterior. This is all for today. In my next video, I will going to sharing about accessory organs of human digestive system. I wish this video will really help you to achieve your goal. Thank you for your support. Please like, comment, subscribe and press bell icon to get next video.